Hello, more Bazaar. Today is patch 11, February 4th. Main addition of this patch is the Crash Site Expedition, a new event similar to the Jungle Temple Expedition ticket, where you get a new day 6. Also, there are some new cool Stelle items and then some reworks to pre-existing other hero items and, buffs, nerfs, etc., right? As always, this is not really a visual video. Maybe just put this on in the background. I'm just going to be reading through and giving my thoughts on stuff. But the patch notes and whatever new items I talk about will be on the screen if you would like to look at that. Anyway, let's get right into it. So first off, new Crash Site Expedition. Free content update to all players. Explore the Outlands mysterious crash site where a crystal-based UFO has been spotted. Expedition is available on day 6 and with the required expedition ticket offers a number of unique items only available in this area. Okay, I just looked through the rest of the patch notes, quick glance, and it doesn't look like they talk about this any further, so I'm going to talk about it now. So here are, in addition to the other Stelle items, every new item from the new crash site, and I want to talk about them real quick. Well, everything that's been revealed so far, I should say. There might be new items, and they just haven't showed them off yet. So first off, let's see. So these are all Stelle items. I'll talk about them later in the video. Anything I'm skipping over, I'll come back to. Anyway, so first off, tinfoil hat. When an enemy uses an item, shield 1. It's basically shield caltrops. Sounds okay. I don't know. You put it on like a pig, 28-hour fitness. I don't know. It's all right. It's also a lot of shield procs, maybe for like armadillo stuff. It seems cool. You play this with like armored core. Yeah, that could be neat. Sounds cool. I don't know. Is there any other stuff to do with it? I mean, yeah, it's just shield caltrops. Pretty obvious what you do with it. Abducted cow. This starts flying. If this is flying, another item starts flying. So it's kind of cool for stealth for getting everything flying. It's a 3-second flight item. It's not terrible. When this is destroyed, charge your items 3 seconds and transform this into 2 jerky for the fight. We, as far as I know, don't know what jerky is, so this part's a mystery. But the destroy charge 3 is not terrible, honestly. I could see doing that. Especially because there are, here I'll talk about this right now, a number of, it seems mostly Stelle items have this new thing called repair, which will repair your destroyed items. So you could destroy this cow and then use something like, we'll show this off later, but we'll skip to it now. Something like repair drone, 3 seconds repair an item, and you could just do that over and over. Sounds interesting to me. If there's like a 3-second destroy item, maybe you can make an infinite, right? You use that to destroy the cow, which then charges the drone and the destroy thing. I don't know. Maybe that's an idea, right? It sounds pretty cool. Anyway, and then we've got warp drive. Reduce your vehicle's cooldowns by 1 second and destroy this for the fight. Item to the right of this is a vehicle. If this is destroyed, charge your vehicle 3 seconds. Or sorry, items, not just vehicles. Sorry. I think this is mainly gonna see play as just a make item to the right of vehicle, and then you play that with like, space laser launch tower. Of course, it's a little more awkward than thrusters because it destroys itself and then presumably stops making the thing to the right of it a vehicle. And you could repair it with the new stealth stuff, right? This seems like the idea behind this, and you just keep reducing your cooldowns. I'm not really sure why you do this over parts picker though, so I think its main application is going to be this vehicle thing. I mean, I guess it has the charge 3. That's pretty good too. It's 5 second charge your whole board for 3. That could be pretty good. I mean, it's effectively charge 4 if they're also vehicles. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's just for like a kickstart. That sounds all right. And then we've got the lactic translator. Merchants sell items for 1 gold less and buy items for 1 gold more. This sounds really, really silly for pig buy sell stuff. I'm excited to get my hands on that. All right, and then, that's a Stelle item. We won't talk about that yet. Here we go. Replicator. 5 seconds, charge adjacent items from other heroes for 2 seconds. At the start of each day, get an item from another hero. So there's a couple items like this. Maybe there's only 2 actually. There's this one over here too. Shield 50 for each item you have from another hero. And I would hope this goes up by like, 50. I don't know. So it's 450 base, right? And then you upgrade it, you're at 900 shield if it goes up 50. Or sorry, not 450 base, it's 450 if you play astronaut suit and then all items from another hero, right? I don't know, 5 second shield, 450, it sounds okay. I'm curious on the scaling though, because I would assume it goes up by 50 at gold. Does it go up by 100 at diamond, or is it just another 50? Because if it goes up by another 100, that's what, like 1,800? Yeah. And I could definitely see that seeing play. Sorry, let's come back to this thing though. Charge adjacent items from other heroes. Also, with that board, you have to run a bunch of smalls only from other heroes. I don't know. This item seems a bit tricky to make work, but it's cool. I think the design's kind of fun. Anyway, back to this one. Charge adjacent items from other heroes for 2 seconds. It's okay. I don't know. I think this is mostly just an item that's going to make you stuff. I don't know if I really like the... I don't know. I guess it just kind of reads to me like a bad rowboat, you know? But the other items is cool, because presumably this isn't size cap, so you could get some larges and make money off that, right? Anyway, Void Obstructor. Destroy adjacent items for the fight. When you destroy an item, gain shield equal to 25% of your max health. I think the enchants on this thing, if they're mapped to the shield value, which I hope they are, that would be cool, I think, are going to be really, really crazy, because you put like Fiery on it. You put Obsidian on it. It's like when you destroy an item, deal 25% of your max health. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, by the way, these were originally revealed in Chinese, I believe. Yeah. I didn't bother to change the text on the other stuff, just the main bit that matters, right? Anyway. The actual effect of 10 seconds destroy adjacent seems kind of whatever, but I could see it having play with Lava Roller. Maybe. Hold on, let me check something. Yeah, quick spoiler for Stelle. Requires an adjacent item to be destroyed to double its burn. So not too crazy, and with the addition of repair, that's probably why Lava Roller got nerfed like that. Still, you'd probably play this with Lava Roller, right? Just for the passive effect. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I don't know. At worst, it's what, 10 seconds, destroy 2 items, you gain 50% of your health and shield. Maybe that's all right. Yeah. All right. Any other items to talk about from the expedition? I don't believe so. Here's the crash site. Little thing. Explore the Outlands mysterious crash site. Oh, you know what? I did miss a few. Okay. I especially missed this guy. This guy looks like a loser. I'm sorry. This guy was born a failure. 5 seconds, heal 80, poison 8. For each adjacent aquatic friend or relic, reduce this item's cooldown by 1 second. A lot of people read this and they're like, oh, if you put like, let's see, I think Primordial is an aquatic friend relic, right? So maybe if you put it next to Primordial, reduce by 3 seconds. That's not how these effects usually work. There's an item already in the game called Rexpex, which reduces if you have an adjacent relic or dinosaur, but it does not work on both. So at max, you're only getting this thing down to 3 seconds, which is, yeah, I mean, he's probably an aquatic relic friend, so you've got tag synergy, I guess. Maybe you can do something cool with that. Maybe. I don't know. He looks like a loser. I'm sorry. Like, I heard people saying, oh, it's a 3-second poison item, though. So is Venomander. Are we gassing up Venomander now? No, I would hope not. I don't know. Maybe he'll be OP at Diamond. Maybe he upgrades to like reduce by 2 seconds and he's a 1 second. That would be kind of cool. All right. And then real quick. So here's a couple of the events that they showed. Learn a heal or regen skill from any hero. And there's all these different icons. This one apparently is tech or tool. This one over here is a friend skill from any hero. It looks like there's, I'm not really sure what this is. Maybe like toy? I don't know. This one's definitely weapon based though, right? For sure. I don't know. Maybe this is like defense, maybe like a shield. And it's definitely from any hero because you can see in this picture here, this Vanessa has, I forgot the name of it for a second. Machine learning, which, you know, doesn't do anything for her. Assumedly that came from this Techers tool skill, maybe. Except some, like a lot of skills do actually have tags, just kind of like secretly. Machine learning is not tech, so this is from something else. Interesting. Anyway, and then we've got this disintegration ray. Very crusty picture. Sorry. 3 seconds, deal 100. When this runs out of ammo, destroy an enemy item. Sounds really cool with just like a bronze powder flask. I think is your best option, right? Because you do not want to reload that fully, for sure. I don't know, is there anything better? Like just one reload and very fast. I think it's bronze powder flask, man. Well, there's also like silver ramrod, captain's quarters at silver. Let's see what else. Port doesn't work, unfortunately. A little too much. Jury rigger could do it. Panic, I guess. I don't know. All the other options are kind of big. So yeah, I don't know. Bronze powder flask item. Whoa. Oh, right. And then this shows the conclusion of clicking this heal or regen skill. You apparently get 5 options. And then we've got this bionic arm here. Heal 100 for each item to the left of this. For each tech item to the right of this, reduce this item's cooldown by 1 second. I thought this was going to be like deal 1,000 if it's all the way to the right. But this 200 base damage is apparently just from it being placed on the board. So at best, you're getting the 5 tech reduction, right? So you have 5 items to the right of it, and then 2 normal smalls. They all have to be smalls, of course. 2 smalls to the left, and 3 smalls to the left, and then you're dealing 300 every 1 second, which is kind of cool. Could just put it all the way to the right and maybe like, I don't know, fiber optics it. Sounds kind of neat, but you're doing 800 every 6. It's okay. I think on Dooley this sounds especially silly because you can play like fiber optics, printer, and then you have a 1 second item charging whatever you want. That sounds pretty good. It's like atomic clock if it didn't have ammo. All right, and then finally, I actually forgot to add these. I just added them. This was shown. One of the events from the day 6, hour 2. You get a couple of these different crystal things. So we have the Echo Crystal. When you sell this, transform your leftmost item into an item from another hero. Really, really cool. More like cross-class stuff. And then Learning Crystal. When you sell this, learn a skill from another hero. So maybe what happened in the screenshot is they got 3 learning crystals. This one over here. And that's where all these skills came from. That might be it, actually. Yeah. When you sell this, upgrade one of your items from another hero. It doesn't... It doesn't say specifically leftmost, so it is a bit of a gamble if you have more than one from another hero. Interesting. This sounds really, really good, though. I love this one. And then when you sell this, your leftmost item gains 1 random type. Weird. I don't know about that one. I really like Resonance Crystal. That's sick. And probably pretty strong, right? You just hold on to it until you hit something cool off class. Or if you get, like, you know, one of these items from the temple. I assume these count as items from other heroes. Why wouldn't they, right? But you get, like, I don't know, the abducted cow. You can just upgrade it immediately. Oh, yeah, this thing is only silver. I wonder if the charge goes up. Ooh, that's a little scary. But yeah, that is everything that has been revealed for the new crash site expedition. I'll talk about these Stelle items when we get to her. All right, detour over. Let's get back to the actual patch notes. Sorry, there's a lot to talk about. There's some new cosmetics. If you saw the trailer, they're really, really cool. I really like the crash site board. The album's really nice. Area 6-7. Awesome. Yeah, there's new card back, new stash, new bank. Available for a limited time. It may appear in the future. Oh, okay. So I guess get these while you can. Available for direct purchase via gems in the in-game store. So you can only get these from the Bazaar shop, I guess. Not that it's an issue to me. I have too many gems. I finally have something to spend them on. Anyway, Price Pass has been updated with the following free cosmetics. At level 20, you get the Hen House. I assume maybe a bank? Sure. And then Cosmic Fissure. No idea what that is. And then chest editions. I assume these are just... I don't know. Maybe they are skins. They might. They're not being specific, so I don't know. I don't know. Have they ever phrased... I'm assuming these are just animated cards. But I might be wrong. Maybe there's somehow 10 new Vanessa skins. No, it says items. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are just animated cards. Leaderboard rewards. Bringing out to the following 1,000 players. So top 10 got Utarian Champion. Top 100 got Utarian Paragon. And then top 1,000 got Utarian Elite. It's a little title. Something no one's ever going to notice. So it's kind of cool. Here's the point where I would show you that I'm at a very cool rank 91. Officially Utarian Paragon, but the website's down. Because they're updating the servers. Alright, and then new content. Travel Agent. New encounter that sells expedition tickets on days 2 through 5, so before you get any expeditions at all. I saw I can't find it now, but someone said something about the expedition ticket selling for 6 in one of the trailers or something. So the price, or sorry, the sell cost of the ticket is going down to 6 from 10. But the buy cost, I would assume, is 12. So it's interesting. A very cool change, in my opinion. I like that. I don't know. I heard about how a lot of people will just sell tickets, and I think that's kind of lame. I think Bazaar players should be forced to have fun. Go do the event. Don't just make 10 gold. That shit's lame. Anyway, random hero. You can now click a checkbox to play a random hero from among owned heroes. Very cool. And then cosmetic loadouts. Cosmetic loadouts are now saved per hero, can now be randomized. I kind of hope this is also a checkbox. Just random me like every time. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then we've got this new mechanic down here. Repair. I already talked about it. New mechanic that allows items and skills and... Okay. I was like, why are you repairing a skill? Skills to fix items that are destroyed in combat. Very cool. And then some new Stelle items where they're vague as fuck for no reason. I don't know why they do this. Experimental Garage, a disruption-based item that overrides existing enchantments. Wait, what? Okay, that is different. Isn't it? Okay, so I guess, never mind. I was just gonna go into these. Maybe we do have to read through these. This was revealed as, at the start of each fight, enchant every item on the board for a fight. I don't know, maybe it means also your opponent's board, and it says it overwrites. I don't know. This starting at silver sounded kind of crazy, and then it also gives 5% cooldown while it's at it. Like, it kind of just sounded like, what's that one reagent? The large you can transform and it gets enchanted for map. That one only enchants 2. So I did find that a little odd. I guess it's different now. I kind of wish they would just say what it does, but okay. I imagine the rest of these are the same, right? Recycler bot, specialized repair tool that repairs items. Repairs small items. Boosted saucer, repair item that also functions as a destroy payoff. Sneaker probe, a sneaky little guy that destroys enemy items when it crits. And then repair drone, a more generalized repair item that repairs items of any size. And then salvage yard, a defensive destroy repair payoff item. So those all sound the same as what they were revealed as. This one's different though. I don't know what's up with you. Why are you like that? Anyway, so here's scrapyard. 10 seconds, repair all your items. When you destroy an item, gain 120 shield. At the end of each fight, get a scrap. Honestly, it just kind of sounds like a good econ item. What, you buy this for 12 gold and... I mean, it's gonna sell for 6, right? So in 3 fights, you've already made your money back and also, what? Gotten 24 shield out of it? That's not terrible. And I don't know. I'll have to see how it plays. Repair all your items. Maybe there's a lot of cool new destroy stuff and then use this and you get a bunch of shield payoff. Maybe. I don't know. 10 seconds is a long ass time. I don't know. I think mainly this is just going to be like you put scrap into like mag shield. Mag shield's probably a bit better now with this. Yeah, that sounds cool. I can see mag shield with this, but like also like tethers, aviators, stuff like that. And then we have strengthened UFO. 12 seconds, deal 300 damage, repair an item. When you repair an item, this item's gain 300 damage for the fight. When you destroy an item, charge this 4 seconds. Here, I'm actually going to come back to this. Repairing items is not hard, by the way. This is recycle bot, repair a small item we talked about before. It starts at bronze, and I would assume, I don't know, what else would you change on upgrade? I assume this is cooldown. So it's going to go from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 seconds, repair a small item. And then this repair drone over here is repair any item on a 3, and then presumably upgrade, it goes to a 2 second. So it's not hard at all to repair stuff, it seems, but the destroy is, I guess, the challenging part, maybe, right? I don't know, how fast can you destroy stuff? Currently, not super fast, so I don't know, we'll see. I don't know, you get like a parts picker and a joystick, and you can just constantly charge the parts picker. Maybe that'll do it, right? Yeah, I could see that. Currently, for some reason, this doesn't read to me as very strong, but it's probably an item I just kind of need to see in action anyway. Let's see. Any other seller? Oh, right, this guy. Apparently, this is the Seeker drone. The name wasn't translated originally. Anyway. This is deal 5 damage when an enemy uses an item. This gains 5% crit chance for the fight. When this item crits, destroy this and a small enemy item for the fight. Sounds like a neat little utility option. And also, I'm pretty sure when you repair stuff, it keeps whatever stats it's gained, right? So you could just then repair it immediately and you have a 4-second destroy a small item, which sounds kind of nuts. Huh. Yeah. Especially like I wonder if this is a, hold on, can I recognize similar characters? These two are matching. These two don't. I wonder if you're considered a drone. It just says bot, right? And this is specifically drone, so maybe it's not a drone. But you could do it with this guy where you run, joystick, repair drone, and then seeker drone, or whatever it's called. That sounds pretty fast, right? You destroy, joystick goes off, charges you repair, and then this goes immediately. Maybe that's how the ordering would work. Maybe you have to like flip it around. I don't know. Sounds cool. Alrighty, let's get back into the actual patch notes again. Fiery toxic scaling. Fiery and toxic now scales to 10% of targeted outputs effects instead of 5%. So double what it was before. This is actually how it was forever ago, and then they nerfed it to 5%. I don't really remember why. I don't know. I haven't hated the 5%, and this is definitely pushing towards a more aggressive style, but I don't know. The meta's been a bit defensive lately, so maybe that's good. I don't know. Has it? It's a bit weird. I do think Toxic was like one of the worst enchants, though. I had never liked taking Toxic. Well, unless the item was specifically a poison item, right? And, you know, there's some specific cases. You know what I mean. But that's better now. I don't know about Fiery. Fiery sounds kind of scary. Burn is already very strong. Especially with this. Yeah, right. This got changed. Shield interaction with burn. So if you didn't know, there is an interaction where if you have 10 shield and you're taking 500 burn, you're going to take 250 burn. You could have 1 shield and you will take 250 burn. It's always halved. Now, the amount of shield reduction on burn is capped to the current value of shield when the burn ticks. So 10 burn on 10 shield or more remains the same. That'll just deal 5. But 10 burn on 4 shield means 8 burn, 6 unshielded, and 2 shielded, which is interesting. So, I don't know. That kind of scares me. Like, we're already in a burn meta. But it was a little weird how important tiny little ticks of shield are. Like, Arcan's skill gets a lot worse from this. I mean, it's still pretty good, but you know what I mean. Arcan's skill was kind of like busted, honestly. It basically just said any burn build deals half to you, which was kind of crazy, as long as you went fast anyway. But you know what I mean. Same with like duct tape, pyrocarbon, flares, sponsored apparel, stuff like that. So now burn will just get through easier, which I don't know. Again, we were already in a very burn meta, so I wonder if they nerf some burn items. We'll see. Self-destroy. Correct an issue where self-destroy items do not count as being used. Sure. Alright. Counter changes. A number of monsters have had their Day 9 Jungle Expedition ticket changed to a Day 6 Crash Site Expedition ticket. Oh, one thing I want to talk about real quick is the Crash Site is Day 6, which is a very important day in the Bazaar if you didn't know. That is the day that gold larges start showing up. So far, I don't know, the Crash Site seems very good anyway, so you should go there anyway, but it is a bit awkward that they put it on Day 6, and I hope the general consensus does not become, oh, just go to your normal Day 6 so you get your gold items. That would be kind of lame. Anyway, I like having fun in the Bazaar. Please make this event not a joke. So far it doesn't seem to be, but I was a little worried learning it was on Day 6 anyway. Corrected a general issue with some loot nodes not spawning the right what? Hold on, let me refresh. Alright, we have no idea. Sure. Aerodome, there was a billboard option that gave 2 income. It was terrible because you saw it really late into the run and 2 income blaze. Nothing, don't click that. Now it gives 10 gold, so I don't know, it's okay. Finn's Big Bite, Rice Baller option now gives 1 cinder from 2, fair enough. And then Chili Charles, Slushy on chilled slot has replaced the icicles. A bit unfortunate, I really liked icicles late. and then they gained a chilled slot on the icicle. So as far as I know, this is the only fight that actually has a chilled or heated spot. Well, I guess just chilled slot. And then Eccentric found their lost laser pistol. So laser pistol is a 5-second deal, 1530. Maybe it's silver, maybe it's bronze. I would imagine it's not gold or anything, but that is 5 seconds, deal 30 to a fight that kind of didn't do anything before and was really, really good value. So this for sure is getting its ticket change, right? Surely. It's like super tech themed. Anyway. But yeah, like Goggles was really good. Force Field is good sometimes. Rigged is insane. Ticket's really good. The gold scrap is okay, honestly, in some situations. Barbed wire was the only like bad drop. And I guess Goggles if you didn't have a haste board. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, more trash to a monster that was kind of just an always click. I think it's still an always click. I don't know, 5 seconds, deal 30. Maybe that'll push it into an actually hard fight, because currently she kind of does nothing. If you die to Ether Ray, it's probably because she crit you on like a 4% multiple times. Anyway. Infernal Frigate gained a day 9 jungle expedition ticket. Okay, cool. Joyful Jack no longer spawns day 6. This was like one of the few monsters that spawned on multiple days for some reason. It was a bit odd. So he's gone from day 6 now. Kyber Commander. 2 busy bees are now Obsidian and Deadly. Okay, so you can reroll them. That's kind of cool. And if you get Obsidian Bee and you're playing Pig, ooh, that Beehive is gonna go crazy, right? Surely it won't end in disaster because Beehive is horrible. Who knows? Maybe they reworked Beehive into not being a just get Beehive twice in a row on like day 6. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop rambling about Beehive. That item's terrible. Terribly designed, I should say. Anyway, product demonstrator gained a rocket drone and a recycler bot. Okay, so this is a way to get it just says he gained them too. This guy already had this guy already had 8 drops. He's going up to 10, so it's pretty unreliable to get anything from him. I think you just go here if you're playing Stelle then. Yeah, this is just a Stelle fight. That's fair enough. He is the flight guy. I don't know, maybe you can get repair on another hero and do something cool with that. What do you do with that on other heroes? Antimatter on Dooley? Maybe. Ooh, you could repair... Oh, but it's Recycler bot, so it only repairs smalls. I don't know if that's anything then. Probably not. I was gonna say Keg on Vanessa. That'd be kind of cool. Pyro gained a Firebomb. Still, Cinder's Silver is now Cinder's Bronze. I think it's a pretty fair change. This guy was like hands down one of the best day 1 fights in the game. If you are playing Burn, which a lot of people are, this was just like an obvious no-brainer because pretty much everything here was good. So we got, you know, a trash item in Firebomb. You still go here if you're playing Stelle though, right? And I don't know, Firebomb is still a 4-second burn 6 with 1 ammo, but I don't know, maybe you reload on Vanessa. It's pretty bad for most everyone else. This is still like a, if you have engine, you click Pyro. Or if you see Kyber Drone and you don't have engine, you fight Kyber Drone. If you don't, you fight Pyro. Sorry, I'm very Stelle brained at the moment. Anyway. Skill changes. Advanced Synthetics now spawns for Stelle. When you buy this or level up, upgrade a lower tier item. So this was the Dooley skill. When you level up, upgrade a lower tier item. So now it actually procs when you take it. It's kind of cool. This was done because, yeah, here it is. So Master Mechanic was basically just an exact copy of that Dooley skill that Stelle also had for some reason, just with a different name. And now spawns for all heroes? Why? First 1-2 times one of your items is destroyed, repair it. So I guess it's destroy counter. I don't know if I like this being on all heroes, because I don't think repair is a destroy counter. I think repair is a mechanic you use. How do I put it? I think it's for like self-destroy, honestly. I don't think it's for your own items being destroyed. I don't know. This gives me the same vibes as that one really, really old skill in beta that was like, how was it called? Rapid Thaw, which decreased the freeze duration on all your items by like 1, 2, 3 seconds, which was like an always take. But it felt very bad. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I don't know if I like that. I guess what I'm trying to say is I hope the response to, man, destroy meta is really bad right now, all my items keep getting blown up, is not just, oh, should have taken repair mechanic, duh. That's kind of how it felt when Rapid Thaw was in the game. Sorry, I'm just kind of rambling. The skill does sound cool for self-destroy though. This is really, really neat for that. I like that a lot. I thought it was just going to be a stealth skill, but all right, sure. Anyway. Beautiful Friendship now spawns for Vanessa. That's the, when you use a friend, your weapons gain 369 damage. Is that very useful on Vanessa? It doesn't really sound it. I don't know. For piranhas. Oh, yeah, the piranha meta. Of course. A lot of these charge skills went down to 4-8 uses instead of 5-10 uses. So burn containment when you burn, charge a shield. Calming heals when you slow, charge a heal item. Heal regen item, I mean, now they are not 5-10 times. It is the first 4-8 times. Coolant leak now starts at gold. Right, it was 369 before, but now it's 4-8. Creeping toxins now 4-8. There's a lot of changes like this. Deadly Water's damage buff is nerfed. It used to be 20, 30, 40, 50, which is kind of crazy at higher tiers. I really wanted to get this with a piranha board, but oh well. Anyway, I think trying to make piranhas work at all, it's kind of sketchy. I tried. Anyway, but now it is 20, 25, 30, 35. Desperate Cleanse now spawns for all heroes. Oh, really? Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Anyway, I didn't know this was a hero locked. Anyway, Emergency Drought now spawns for Jules. What is that? Oh, this is the max skill. First time you fall below half health each fight, gain 1-2 times you regen. I like that, and I don't like it, if that makes sense. Because you could pretty reliably hit this on Mac, and it was really cool on Mac in some situations. You know, you play like Moose Staff with it, right? But now Jules also has it, so it's no longer in his hero pool. A little weird. But I do like the addition of it to Jules, because you can play like, you know, the farmer's market garden setup and make a bunch of HP. Then if you do get to half, you can get a little buffer, maybe. I don't know. It sounds kind of neat. Let's see. Emergency Landing. This skill said when you hit half HP, you heal 5% for each flying item. It was instead when you hit half HP, set your HP to 5% per flying item. So unless you had a full board of 10 flying items, it was actively harmful. It was a little silly that got in the game at all, but I'm glad it's fixed now. Everlasting Life. This is the when you heal, gain max heal or gain regen, gain max HP. It was broken again. Correct issue is counting all item uses instead of just heal regen items. Awesome. Hardly Working starts at gold tier. This is the when you haste charge a tool. It's a pretty fair change. I think the skill was really, really stupid. I took it basically all the time. But now it's 4-8 instead of 4-8-12. And then Improvised Burn, this is when you crit, gain 1-2-3 burn. Now spawns for Dooley, cool for crit core stuff, maybe. Invigorating Blade uses to 4-8. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I needed that. I get that they're changing all of them. I never took this skill. I don't know, it's cool if you have like a restorative weapon, maybe. It's a weird one. I never really saw the use case for it, but you know, consistency, everything's going to 4-8, so it does too. We already talked about Repair Mechanic. Morning Rush, correct an issue where this was type tool instead of food. Okay, I think this was the when you use a food, haste a food. Still. Outmaneuver now spawns for Dooley. This is the when you slow haste a vehicle, so you could play that with like crane, I guess, or hydraulic press. There's probably some other use cases for it I'm not thinking of. Is Ballista a vehicle? Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. This is the only thing I can think of that's like, oh, maybe that? No. I don't know about that one. Cool, I guess. Sick Burn, this is when you poison charge a burn item. Uses to 4-8 instead of 5-10. Slow Burn, when you slow charge a burn item. 4-8 instead of 5-10. Temporal Strike, this is when you slow charge a weapon. 4-8. And then Working Hard starts at gold tier. Oh wait, you know what? I got these skills confused. I always take this one. I don't take this one a whole lot, I'm gonna be honest, but maybe I just don't play enough Mac. Yeah, I'm talking about the skill. Sorry. This one's the really, really strong one. This one I kind of feel whatever about, but sure. Did it really have to go up to gold tier? Sure. Anyway. Item changes. Neutral. Clockwork Blades is now a 4-second cooldown to maybe actually put it on the board. Okay. Insect Wing now starts at bronze tier. CDR at 1-2-4-8 instead of 2-4-8. Cool. Junkyard Repair Bot cooldown to 5 was 8. Repair an item. Oh, that's cute. Huh. Ooh, wait, this is cool. So this is a good way to get repair on other heroes. You could totally play like Junkyard Repair Bot Egg. Is that anything? Ooh, that sounds like a lot of space, but maybe it'd be fine. You could play like Junkyard Repair Bot, like Antimatter Chamber, and then of course there's a bunch of Stelle items, right? But you know, Junkyard Repair Bot on that instead of the drone sounds a little strange. I'm glad this guy is like playable now. That's cool. I wonder if he still has the when you sell this added heal text. Anyway, Singularity no longer has a tech type. Yep, that's the nerf it needed. Why was this tech? I don't know. Snowflake can now target items of any size. Okay, so this was briefly changed to only being mediums and smalls. Now it's back to any size, so you can put it on your pastry cart and become Satan. Cool. Honestly, I think the change was specifically because of pastry cart. Maybe it means pastry cart is different. Maybe. Hitler dead. Maybe. Dooley on the Dooley. Here's Army Knife cooldown to 6-5-4-3 instead of 7-6-5-4. Cool change. Fast friend at diamond is kind of neat. Clarum now starts at bronze. Ooh, that's kind of sick. Cooldown to 6 was 5. Damage to 30 was 20. Scaling to 15, 30, 45, 60. This is when you haste this and the weapon to the left of this gains damage. So a not terrible board early could be something like, I don't know, a friend, pulse rifle, claw arm, levitation pouch. Every 4 seconds you're gaining 15 damage. This doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, that's fine. Cool change. I like that a lot. Dualtron is back to 1,200, but the shielding got nerfed to 5,100 when you use a friend. Okay, so we're just back to what it was, right? Weird. Very odd. Is Terry... Okay, so Pterodactyl is still nerfed. I don't know. I have seen some cool Pterodactyl stuff, though. I think I kind of believe in the... There was a reason Pterodactyl was nerfed. I kind of want to try it sometime. There's some very cool Flight Core stuff. I think I just don't play enough Flight Core is the real answer to why I don't get why Pterodactyl was nerfed originally. Anyway. First aid and cooldown to 4. So instead of... I think he was... Wasn't he like a 6-second? Yeah. So he lost 2 seconds of cooldown. If he's at diamond, he gains 1 second of cooldown. But now his haste duration goes up as he gets upgraded, and the heal... Oh yeah, the heal is no longer just base 30. It is 20, 40, 60. Or sorry, I'm reading Claw Arm. 20, 40, 60, 80, sorry. Laser pistol cooldown to 4 was 5. So that Aetheryte fight is potentially every 4 seconds deal 30 if it's silver. Not sure on the tier. Levitation pad now correctly states the items left. This is hastened and not require it to be already flying. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. It's very weird. But mech moles cooldown to 6 was 5. Damage to 8 was 5. Okay, a little bit higher damage. Did they not change the shield though? That looks so ugly. At least increase the shield to 8. And then the scaling, you know, kind of saw this coming, is now 4, 8, 12, 16 instead of 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't think this matters too much, but it's like 2 less scaling when it actually matters. No one's playing diamond mech moles. I don't know. I feel like the mech moles armadillo stuff definitely fell off late. Plasma grenade, correct an issue. Right, this was a funny bug. Slowed from left to right instead of random targeting. So I guess, you know, you should have been putting your important items on the right side. Definitely. That matters. Anyway. Pulse rifle damage to 15, 30, 45, 60 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Quite a big damage boost at diamond. Not terrible. Maybe we'll see play. Pyrocarbon redesigned. Cooldown to 6. Shield 20, 30, 40. Haste 1, 2, 3 items for 1 second. When you burn, charge this 2. Oh, okay. So you can't do the Lizard Infinite anymore. Well, you can. If you get a turbo flares, that works, right? And I'm sure there's some other options too, right? You play it with signal fire. But it's not as simple as just get Fiery Lizard and then put it next to Pyrocarbon, right? So I'm glad that's gone. I was seeing a lot of it, honestly. But this item also sounds kind of cool just for Ignition Core. When you burn charges 2 on a 6, it's pretty fast at charging, isn't it? I guess maybe the only issue with it is I feel like a lot of Ignition was playing Microdave, and Microdave doesn't really like this. Maybe that's a little awkward. I don't know. I'm sure you can make it work. I don't know. It's a cool change. I want to try this with Ignition Core now. Sounds interesting. Tesla Coil. Starts at Bronze tier, cooldown to 8765, damage to just a flat 50. This is the charge your non-tech items 1 second we use adjacent tech, charges 2. So I can see this being pretty good early. You just put it next to a pulse rifle and you're dealing, what, an extra 50 every time pulse rifle goes about? A little less than that, actually. Yeah, it doesn't quite fully charge it. You have 2 seconds left. It sounds okay, though. Virus, cooldown to 8765 instead of 9876, so a bit better. Interesting. Maybe finally viable. Maybe. We'll see. I do want to try another virus build sometime. The last one I had, it felt like it didn't really do anything. Alright, on to Jules. Caviar now gives crit to all items, was food only. Good change. I'm very happy they're removing food only tag from like a lot of stuff. Very, very cool. And then gain the aquatic type. So it's kind of cool with, I guess, Laurel's Fortress. Yeah, you could play that. Crit Laurel's Fortress. That's kind of cool. Maybe we'll see, God, what's it called? Big Cleaver have a bit more play now, because Caviar was not bad for getting crit on your board. I kind of fucked with it, but it was food only, so it was really awkward to play with the Big Cleaver. I never really liked any lines with it, but this sounds cool. I will be buying Caviar way more often. And if you get the Sud skill, this item is crazy. 66% crit to your whole board is kind of nuts. Then Chef Hat. Sorry. When you buy this, get a small food from any hero. I don't think many heroes have small food, so it's basically just going to be another Jules item. So this is kind of cool for like duping, maybe. You could get like a second instant noodles, would be kind of crazy. There's some cool ones. It's also just like a free item, right? Yeah. Because it's a small, they sell for the same. Yeah, so you're always buying Chef Hat now. That's cool. I like that. That's fun. More, I don't know. It kind of felt like Stelle early had trouble with money. Like I was very specific on what I was buying. Some more stuff that feels a bit more like this is just free. You always buy it. I don't know. I like that. And Mixer Deadly now gives double crit bonus. Don't know what it was before, but yeah, it should have been that. Farmer's Market. Correct an issue where it's counted as a regen output item. Why does that matter? Did they change the infinites? Because you could do like Heavy's Farmer's Market, and that was when you gain regen slow, you put that with a luau when you slow gain regen, and that's just an infinite, right? Passive infinite. You could also do like Oxygen Mask when you shield gain regen, then you play shielded Farmer's Market. There was a lot of like silly infinites with that. I wonder if that means they're different. I don't think so. I don't know what this means. Maybe it's like a nothing change. Anyway. Feast base burn and regen to 8 was 3/6. Sure, who cares? Fruit Press. Correct an issue where Fruit Press could not press itself if it gained the food type. Wait, really? Huh. I didn't know. Huh. I had the opportunity to give Fruit Press the food type, but I didn't do it because I'm a coward. Weird. But now you can destroy your own Fruit Press. Whoa. I would assume the damage still goes off. So they've put it at the very end. It's not the worst. Maybe. Giant Lollipop. Correct an issue where this did not count as a quest item for triggers. Oh, for stuff like, I don't know, Tomb of Ancients. Tomb of Ancients Giant Lollipop. Yeah, that sounds like a good ass board. Gingerbread House. When you use a food was when you use another food. So Gingerbread House now procs on itself. It does the shield and then does burn. That sounds okay. And it seems like an extremely minimal change, but maybe it's cool. Anyway, Hot Sauce. Reach adjacent food or tool that says +1 multicast. Great change. I like that a lot. So this is basically just tiny skillet. I don't mind that at all. Mousetrap starts at silver. That's fair enough. It was really, really good. You play it with Prep Station, you play it with Garden and a Dishwasher, and you kill people in like 4 seconds. It was very silly. So now it's a little harder to find always, maybe. I don't know. It's still totally fine, I think. Oven, correct an issue where this was heating for 6 seconds instead of 4. Didn't know it was doing that, but sure. Pastry cart, when you use a chilled item, freeze an item for 0.5, 1 seconds was 1, 2 items for 0.5. Okay, so that's why they changed Snowflake back. Not that this item isn't still crazy with a Snowflake, but it's not outputting as many freezes, just the duration is going up. Which also makes Freezer a bit weaker. I'm gonna be honest, maybe a hot take. I think Pastry Cart was way stronger than Freezer. It turns out Permafreeze is kind of good. Of course, you usually just play both, right? But I think if one of them had to be nerfed, I would rather have it be Pastry Cart. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like they changed Freezer. But I think the really, really gross boards were playing Pastry Cart for Freezer, I mean, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Rolling pin nerfed. Unfortunate. Damage to 25 was 30, scaling to 25, 50, 75, 100 was 30, 60, 90, 120. So it matters a bit at Diamond. Early on, it's like, what, a -5 and 10? It's not the worst. I will say a lot of my rolling pin runs did kind of feel like they were just barely killing. You might have to swing another time, which is probably going to kill you. I don't know. I'll see how this feels. Alright, Sentoku. Item to the left of this has plus crit chance equal to this item's crit chance. Was the food on the left? Another great change. Please remove more specific food tags as long as it doesn't break the game. I don't know, maybe this is gonna break the game. This with caviar sounds kind of cool, right? Because caviar is going to add to this now. So you're basically taking whatever crit buff caviar is giving and doubling it. That sounds pretty neat. Spatula, crit chance gain is now 10, 15, 20, 25 was 5, 10, 15, 20. Cool change. You play it with birthday cake early, probably a little bit better. Sushi boat gained 3, 6, 9 regen for the fight. Correct an issue where this did not charge itself if it gained the food type. That's this item. We use a non-heated item, charges 1 second. Am I losing it? Why does it matter? Did not charge itself if it gained the food type. What mentions food here? Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I was crazy once. Like, it just says non-heated item. I don't know what that's about. I will say this sounds a bit more interesting than it seems on the surface, because now Sushi Boat can crit. So maybe you can play that with, you know, you play like a diamond Sushi Boat and the big cleaver, right? I don't know. Maybe that's something. And it will be going pretty fast, right? Using non-heat item, you just charge it 1. I could see that being good. I don't know. We'll have to see. It sounds more interesting than the current Sushi Boat, which is nothing right now. Anyway, Ulu Knife now gives adjacent items crit when hasted, crit bonus to 5, 10, 15, 20 was 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, cool change, I guess. I don't know, it seems mostly for Dishwasher, to be honest. All other, like, specifically haste Ulu Knife sounds kind of bad. You could play, like, Ulu Knife and then Knife Sharpener. And then that will always hit Ulu Knife for a plus 20 crit. Is that anything? I don't know about that. Cool for Dishwasher, I guess, though. Alright, on to Mac. Adrenal Converter. Cooldown to 5 was 6, regen to 5, 10, 15 was 8, 16, 24. So the regen went down. Heard an issue where self-poison cause only cared about items. So if you have something like the Mountain Pass start a fight, poison yourself too, this will proc on that. That's kind of cool. Atmospheric Sampler no longer gives an item flying at start of fight. Why are we're buffing Sampler? Like, this was the kind of tricky part about this item, is that sometimes it would randomly fuck you over if you added flight to an item you don't care about charging. Okay. I mean, I do like it. It's weird because we're buffing Sampler, which I don't think needs a buff, but also that part was really awkward and I didn't really feel like it needed a reason to be, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't like that the bad part of this item was just entirely RNG, I guess. It's weird. Basilisk Fang starts at diamond tier. No, the complete opposite, in fact. That's a bronze tier, sorry. Damage to 10, 20, 30, 40, crit to 25, 50, 75, 100 instead of 25, 50, 100. Okay, so you could play it early as like a lifesteal weapon with like Order and Pestle. Is that anything? Maybe. I don't know about that. There's also like a good early crit option maybe for like Carpet if you have poison. Maybe. Dragon's Breath. Gained when you buy this, get a small burn item from any hero. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's a bit weird for Dragon's Breath because this item is when you use an adjacent item or a flying item, this gains burn. So it has nothing to do with using burn. But I guess it's maybe a little less painful to buy if you want to fall for that item. I don't know. I think it's okay early if you get a couple flying potions. Anyway, earring cooldown to 6, 5, 4 was 5, so a bit better at diamond, and then the max HP gain is now just a flat 50. Sounds fair to me. I don't really care about this max HP gain to begin with. You were basically just using this because it charges very fast. All right, floor spike to bronze tier, damage to 10, 20, 30, 40, poison to 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. I will say that is 2 new, possibly a third. No, okay. I thought Ice Claw went to bronze too. Remember that? I remember that. That was awesome. But yeah, that is 2 new bronze weapons. So hitting carpet stuff is a bit harder now, right? You can't just walk into the shop and see like letter opener, lightning bottle, carpet, GG. I mean, even then I kind of struggle with carpet, I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, but also like refractor is a bit harder to hit. Interesting. Anyway, fungal spores lose catalyst on purchase. Oh, that's sad. I like this item. Probably will be buying it a lot less. I don't know. It was like fine poison scaling. Maybe that's why they took it away. But I kind of liked it. So it was like an always buy. Anyway, Ice Claw. Damage to 60 was 30. Damage scaling to 60, 90, 120 was 30, 60, 120. Maybe this one will do it. This is the change that'll make people play Ice Claw. Surely Freeze Mac is good now. I don't know. I kind of want to play Freeze Mac. They've been kind of buffing him quite a bit lately. Ouroboros statue regen to 369 was 4,812. Yeah. Every regen on this thing was kind of crazy. Rapid injection correction issue where self-poison only cared about items. And then the Tome of Yahan got nerfed to 369 instead of 4,812, which kind of surprises me. But I did play a couple Moose Staff runs lately, and this thing is, I think, a little undervalued. I don't know. It's a little weird. Because I sometimes feel like I don't have the bag space for it. But it is cool if you do. So like if I'm playing through Calcinator, right? Or Retort, I don't know, I feel like I don't usually care about having that much regen because it's just like, oh, when Calcinator goes off, they die. And like 100 regen is nothing late anyway. But maybe I just undervalue it. And it is cool with Moose Staff and like Philosopher's Stone stuff. Anyway. So, sure. Alright, let's move on. Pygmalion, level up. Property, 6 gold per property was 7. Yeah, it's a lot of money. No, it is slightly less. Oh no. I'm still gonna click it. 28-hour fitness, scaling to 1525 was 2030. I don't think this matters that much, honestly. A good 28-hour fitness board was basically just going infinite and infinite scaling anyway. I don't know. Maybe you'll die to something that scales a little bit faster now. Somehow. I think this item is still cracked unless they change like everything else around it. Aura Dome freezes an item for 1 second with shield 20. Okay, so they took away the shield, but now it actually like functions on its own, which is kind of nice. This item was a little awkward to use, or I guess use is the wrong word for it, but it was an item that when you picked it up did nothing, and you just were hoping that you saw Igloo. And then if you took Igloo, you were hoping that you saw Aura Dome. So I don't know. It was a little weird. But now it actually does something on its own. And you could buff like, I don't know, a Pitbull's Protector or some shit in the meantime. I don't know. I don't know if that really changes anything. I think Freeze Pig is still a little awkward to play into, but sure. Beast of Burden cooldown to 9 was 10. Cargo Shorts cooldown though. Thank God. Cooldown to 10, 9, 8. So there's a reason to actually upgrade Cargo Shorts now. I think it's about the same though. I don't know, did Wrist Warrior change in a meaningful way? No, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, you're still gonna see Cargo Shorts. or sorry, cargo shorts wrist warrior. You're gonna see jorts wrist warrior, whatever, however you want to call it. Doesn't seem like that really changed. Cold room freeze duration to 0.1 second was 1 second. Okay, so freeze pig actually got nerfed. Okay, weird. I don't know. I feel like freeze pig is really strong if you just hit, and just hit. You know, it's that simple. Yeah, it was kind of hard to put together the pieces, but I don't know. I can see like a Jorts Infinite. It all comes back to the Jorts, man. Jorts Infinite, Cold Room being pretty strong. All right. Crook starts at bronze. Damage buff to 4, 8, 12, 16. Huh. Okay. What do you do with bronze Crook? You're playing... It's an item that really needs your full board. What, you're playing it early for like, what, a plus 12? You're playing like Flail, Lumbor's Crook on your day 1? Day 2, you're adding... What are you adding on day 2? Oh, and an Atlas Stone? Sure. I don't know. I can't think of anything better, honestly. And then you're up to a plus 16. And then the next day, I don't know, you chuck a Regal Blade on there because there's not really anything at why you play a Pitchfork. You're at a plus 24. I don't know about that. Maybe it's fine. That's like a silver Lumbor swing. It's okay. I'll see how I feel about that. I guess Crook is a bit more forcible now, but I don't know. I feel like Crook wasn't a very good line before anyway. It was kind of just, do you hit Atlatl, and then also you really, really gotta hit the silver Crook upgrade, because otherwise you're stuck with pitiful damage. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. Igloo cooldown to 8, 7, 6 was 7, so higher at silver, lower at diamond. Freeze 2 items for 1 second was 1, 2, 3 items, so 1 less freeze at diamond, but 1 more freeze at silver. I don't hate that change. I think Igloo starting out was like way too few freezes for how much space it was taking up on the board. Diamond Igloo is great. The Diamond Igloo is still great. You know, it's 6 seconds. You can probably make some weird infinites with this, right? Play like an Ice Sludge and like a restorative Cold Room textiles into Igloo, something like that. I don't know. Maybe there's something to do with that lower cooldown, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Oinkment cooldown to 765 was 6, so now there's a reason to upgrade Oinkment. Cool. There's a lot of items in this game that kind of just feel like if you're upgrading them, you're just wasting money. So I like to see changes like this. VIP Pass no longer buffs its own value. I was hearing some stuff about like Billboard VIP Pass, and then the value scaling Regal Blade. This weapon has plus damage equal to double the value of all your items. That sounded kind of cool. I bet it's still fine. Wrist Warrior loses the tech type, so this is a nerf to Jorts for sure. This thing was providing way too many tags. You know, you just play Jorts Wrist Warrior and you're at like, what, I think multicast 5 or some shit like that. Anyway, or no, that doesn't sound quite right. I think you only got 3 off of it. So you were at 4, I don't know. Whatever, you got plenty, right? Damage to 4, 8, 12, 16 instead of 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't think that part matters at all. You're just damage buffing this thing anyway. Shield scaling to 4, 8, 12, 16 now hits an adjacent item only. Why does this exist? Why does it need to shield scale, you know? Would it really be so sad if we got rid of it entirely? I don't know. Deadly now gives adjacent shield items plus 30% crit. Okay, so funny story. What was it? Forever ago, Wrist Warrior's Deadly enchant was... Hold on. It was for some reason, back when Wrist Warrior was only proccing on left shield item only, it was giving 50% crit to both adjacent items. I told the devs about it, and then they changed it to only left item on the same patch that they made Wrist Warrior proc on both sides. So now it's actually fixed to be an adjacent item properly, if that made sense. Sorry. Alright, on to Stelle. I've been playing a lot of Stelle lately. I kind of fuck with this character now. Aviator's charge also triggers on destroy. It's like a flavor thing, right? Don't look at explosions. Put on your sunglasses. Hell yeah. I think it'd be kind of cool if this was like used on destroy. But I get this is mainly just a flavor thing. Boom Boom Bot scaling nerfed. 40, 80, 120, 160 instead of 50. Oh wait, this is the base damage. Sorry. Yeah, they would be crazy. This would be a buff. Anyway, base damage is 40, 80, 120, 160 instead of 50, 100, 150, 200. And then the scaling is now 20, 40, 60, 80 instead of 25, 50, 75, 100. I don't know who was playing Diamond Balloon Bot, or sorry, Boom Boom Bot late game. This guy was kind of an early game menace though if you were playing Engine. I went a little bit of a learning curve with this guy. I started out kind of making fun of him. I was like, oh, it's just like you gotta get him randomly flying because you don't want to targeted flight him because you want him to scale. And like, I don't know, 14 seconds into the fight, you might deal like 1 billion damage. No, the way you play this guy is you like 5 seconds into the fight are making your entire board fly, burn 1 million times, and then you use like a flysicle to make this guy fly, and then he hits for like 500. It's kind of nuts. Like you should not be waiting 14 seconds for Boom Boom Bot, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He should just kill himself on his first use. Anyway, but yeah, he was very, very strong. I liked him a lot. So a slight nerf to engine boards. Oh no, now I'll only do like 200 burn and kill instantly. Instead of doing 200 burn and then also like 1 billion damage. Now I'll deal like 1 billion and then like minus 20. Oh no. Anyway, it also might have been changed like this because there is that new repair stuff, but I don't know. Repair Boom Boom Bot sounded kind of cool in my head, but then I thought about it a bit more, and that is just kind of the playing 14 seconds of Boom Boom Bot. I don't know, maybe in like a very long fight it could save you. If you get like an enchanted Boom Boom Bot, you get like shielded. That could be cool. I don't know if you're really repairing this guy though. Box Cutter, cooldown to 3 was 4, damage to 10, 20, 30, 40. Damage reduction lasts till end of combat only, no longer gains damage on level up. So it's a fast tool basically. You don't really need to worry about the damage part. If you use this with Stelle's Workshop, you have a 1 second tool charging whatever, or sorry, not a 1 second. Sorry, no. It is a 2 second tool charging whatever you want for 2, which is, you know, not bad. Clockwork Disc damage got buffed to 10, 20, 30, 40 instead of 5, 15, 25, 35. Sure. Firebomb, Ice Bomb, and Flashbang all redesigned. So Firebomb cooldown to Fire and Ice Bomb cooldown to 3 seconds. Firebomb is now burn 6, 9, 12, 15, and then destroy this for the fight. And then Ice Bomb is freeze 1, 2, 3 items for 1 second and destroy this for the fight. So Stelle now has early destroy options. Kind of makes sense with the new repair bot, right? You're repairing Firebomb over. I don't know. Are we really playing Firebomb anymore? Maybe. I think people are just not gonna play Firebomb anymore. Yeah, I don't know about that one actually. Or I guess I should say, I don't know about playing this item early. I think I could see it having play late, right? It's a 3 second self-destroy, which you can play with like Lava Roller and then a repair, and that actually sounds pretty good, right? Yeah, I could see that. You play a Firebomb next to Lava Roller, it destroys itself, and then the repair bot immediately repairs it, and then 3 seconds you're doubling its burn all over again. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Alright, never mind. This is a late game item now, I feel, unless there's some crazy early destroy stuff going on. And then Flashbang, cooldown to 6, just slow all enemy items for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then destroy this for the fight. So, a little bit faster, 1 second faster, but the slow got kind of nerfed by 1 second at all tiers. And I don't know, I was talking on stream, a lot of people don't really fuck with Flashbang. I think this item was kind of crazy. I played it like all the time. And it usually did very, very well for me, but I don't know, maybe playing a bit less now. I don't know if I'm down to play 6 second, I don't know. If you get some curio buffs into this, it sounds okay, right? Anyway, joystick now starts with silver tier, unfortunate. Kind of saw it coming though. Charges to 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. This item is still very good, but you're probably waiting till diamond to play it. Early joystick is probably just not a thing you're doing anymore. Lava roller requires we talked about this already. Requires an adjacent item to be destroyed to double its burn. That's because of all the repair stuff going on, right? And all the new destroys. This item would be crazy if it was doubling off anything. Paper airplane starts at bronze tier. Cooldown to 5, 4, 3, 2 instead of 4, 3, 2. So this is just a shitty clockwork disc at bronze. But I think you might still pick it up anyway because paper airplane is really, really good late. I play it a lot of the time with hanger or just like start-stop stuff because of that cooldown reduction. Precision caliper starts at bronze tier, cooldown to 7 seconds. Repair a small item, haste your small items for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. It was haste for 2. Okay. I wonder if this is a little weird because this previously had the. I don't know, maybe it's still here and the item is just really wordy. They don't mention it being gone, but they also don't mention it still being here. But this item had, like, if you have 7 or more items, this item's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. So it was at diamond, 4 second, haste all your small items for 2 seconds. Anyway, assuming that's gone, I do still wonder if this is going to make Ball Blaster a little bit better, maybe. Because I feel like Ball Blaster was kind of sketchy early unless you got specifically goggles precision calipers, because that makes it crazy because you get all that crit on it and then all your tools are going really, really fast. I don't know. It definitely took a cooldown hit though, right? I don't know, it's 7 seconds instead of 6. Maybe it's okay. And then, I don't know, the repair is kind of cool. Do we care about that? I don't know if I care about that. Rocket drone redesign, cooldown to 4, ammo to 1, deal 15, 30, 45, 60, burn 3, 6, 9, 12. This stops flying. When this item starts flying, reload it. Oh, this is just firebomb. Hey, wait a minute, you can't trick me. This is firebomb, but it deals damage. The old firebomb, I mean. Okay, well, I guess that's still in the game. That's nice. It's a good, like, stop flying trigger. I was a little sad to see it be changed as self-destroy, but I get why. Anyway, sandbags. When this is destroyed, slow 2, 3, 4 items for 2 seconds. Who's destroying sandbags? That doesn't sound very good. Steam hose, burn to 8, 12, 16. These are the base burn numbers. So, yeah, nerfed at higher tiers, I guess, if that matters. And then toolbox, cooldown to 6 was 7. Dude, sorry, I'll stop. Repair and haste adjacent tools for 2 seconds. Was haste the tool to the right of this for 2 seconds, and enchants now pass to spawned items instead of other effects. Okay, so if you get like a shiny toolbox somehow, it's gonna give you shiny tools. That's kind of neat. What are we doing with this? Are you playing that 6 second haste your adjacent tools? Maybe. It's better than the current toolbox, I guess, right? Okay. Tugboat, slow duration to 1 second was 2 seconds. That's fair enough. This guy was pretty good. Alright, finally on to Vanessa. We're almost done. Barrel, cooldown to 6 seconds was 5, so nerfed by 1. And then the scaling is 10, 20, 30, 40 instead of 10, 15, 20, 25. And then scales from all items, was just non-weapons before. So it's like a little bit worse than wetware, but like only if you have a tech item. Weird. Because yeah, this is 15, 25, 35. So it's like 5 extra at all tiers. Wetware, I mean. This is all items. So I don't know. Barrel sounds kind of crazy now, doesn't it? Oh, I guess you know what the issue is? Barrel still totally has this adjacency thing, right? For sure. Okay, never mind. I was kind of thinking it was just like every item on the board for some reason. That would be crazy. No, it is just adjacent, but now it includes weapons, so you can play like katana barrel, I guess. Yeah, I don't know about that actually. Never mind. I mean, it's better. It's better than what it was, right? At like silver. Is it? It got another second. I don't know about this new barrel. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if you're playing weapons, just play wetware. Maybe it's fine. Anyway, Calico. Damage to 15, 30, 45, 60 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. So higher at diamond, a little bit higher at lower tiers, sure. Disguise. Correct an issue where turbo hastes a random item instead of the item being used. Cool. I fuck with disguise and chants. They're very funny. Flagship can now scale multicast off relics as well. I think this item is still bait, but sure. Now you can play like, I don't know, ambergris, star chart maybe. Are there any like actually good like tag combos? Not really. Tool property friend ammo item. So, oh, the boulder, it's ammo and the relic, of course. You know, there's star chart, tool and relic, that kind of helps. That's about it though. I don't know. Ooh, primordial for aquatic and relic. Think about it. Oh, sorry, I wasn't scroll up enough. I don't know. It's kind of cool to have options, I guess. I don't really fuck with flagship though. I'm sorry. Flame signal burn 2, 5, 10, 15 instead of 10, 15, 20. Heard it's still a really good item, but who cared about this item burning? It was the passive effect that was in like anything at all. Grappling hook to 20, 40, 60, 80 was 12, 18, 24, 32. So way better at diamond actually. This is like a what 48 damage buff at diamond. Cool, I guess. Not that it matters, it's fucking grappling hook, but it's kind of cool. Actually like does damage. Illusory cooldown to 7 seconds instead of 8. That's kind of nice because there is that I don't know, I feel like there were situations where like I wasn't getting all my slows in before shrimp went. So if you play Manda's shrimp early, that's a little nice. Integrated HUD starts at silver. Good change. This item wasn't really anything at bronze anyway. Javelin. When this is reloaded, it gains 40, 60, 80 damage from the fight. And they took away when this is haste. Isn't this just rifle? What? It's not even good either. Because it's 80 damage at diamond. 40, 60, 80, right? 40, 60, 80. But this is a 3 second. This one's a 5. What? Hi. And this is just worst rifle. I guess it has more base damage, right? And 2 ammo instead of 1. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know, man. That seems very odd to me. I think this should do anything else. Please give it an interesting rework instead of whatever this is. Pop snappers ammo to 4. Cool. Port heavy icy turbo now trigger off ammo item use. Ooh, that's kind of cool. You could play like, I don't know, heavy port and then Kusagami, I think it's called. Something like that. Yeah, that'd be all right. Shark Ray cooldown to 6 instead of 7. Dude, sorry. Damage to 20 was 40, scaling to 10, 20, 30, 40. Ooh. The diamond shark is kind of super dead. I don't like that. I kind of like the damage jump at diamond. It made it actually viable. Also, an issue with cooldown is that dive weights no longer works with Shark Ray on the first go around. It's got a bit awkward timing now because they're both going off at 6 seconds. And then you can continue, like that kind of continues through. Because they're still going off, like both of them are probably going to go off at 12 seconds now. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't like the Shark Ray change. That's you. Okay. Anyway, Shoeblade cooldown to 6 was 7. Sorry, I'll stop. Sunburn Primordial damage to 20, 25 was 25. That's the base damage, and the scaling damage got changed to 20, 25. I don't think this matters that much. I think this guy is still pretty strong, and then Zorkid's damage got nerfed to 20 instead of 30. Alright, we're done. There is a little teaser though. Look at this image. It's so cool, man. I love art in this game. I did open the image in its own tab. It is titled You Feel a Foreboding Dread.png. Cool little snake centipede thing. That's neat. I can't really say anything about this. I'll put it like that. I'm not breaking NDA. Cool art though, isn't it? I really like the art of whatever this is. It seems cool. How mysterious. Ah. That's all I could really say about that. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the patch notes. The new destroy stuff on Thel sounds really cool. I'm sorry, guys. I'm coming out. I'm a Stelle main. I'm sorry. And that sounds kind of cool for her. I don't know. She's kind of fun. Wait, hold on. Did it not get changed? No pill buggy. Hell yeah. Okay. I can make that guide and not have to change the script. Yippee. Anyway, that is all the patch notes. Hopefully they don't do like a bunch of like, oh, just kidding, you gotta go to Bazaar DB and check the actual patch notes, because we actually lied about half the stuff. Sorry. I'll stop ranting. I don't know. If there's anything important that they mentioned or they didn't mention that pops up in these generated patch notes that Bazaar DB makes, I will maybe make a comment about it and pin it. But that's not out yet, unfortunately. So you know what? I have one more thing to say. Sorry, I was looking over my Discord, making sure I didn't accidentally miss anything. I will say early shark is still fine. It's a buff at bronze and silver. I guess you weren't really playing gold and diamond shark ray anyway. I still hate this. Come on, let him have 80 damage at diamond. I don't know. Like just go to like 40, 80. It'd be clean, right? It doubles at every tier. 10, 20, 40, 80. I don't know. Maybe they don't want you to play this guy all game. That's fair, I guess. Anyway, cool stuff. Hold on, one last check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Are there any teasers? Nah, that's everything. Yeah, cool stuff. I kind of expected some more self-destroy stuff to get nerfed with the addition of repair. I'm gonna be honest. Stuff like the big one, when this is destroyed, deal half your enemy's health. This with repair sounds very silly. I had a run recently with Bon Voyage at day 5 from Lux, or maybe it was day 4 actually. And this like crushed people, and I was kind of struggling the whole game to get like any damage buffs into it. It was still crazy. To be fair, I also hit dishwasher with it, so you know that you know what, that is probably all the damage buffing you need. Fair enough. But being able to just spam this out with like a free fall sounds kind of nuts. I want to try that now. That sounds gross, right? Because free fall at diamond is every 2 seconds, so you could play like a start flying next to Bon Voyage, like Ornithopter. So you fly with Ornithopter, Bon Voyage is flying, and then free fall goes off, destroys Bon Voyage. That is in 2 seconds you've dealt 1,000 damage, and then free fall could be like flying a repair drone, right? Sorry, I'm just kind of theory crafting now. With a headset, this repairs Bon Voyage, and you do that all every 2 seconds, deal 1,000. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Without any damage buffs. I think that shit's gonna go kind of crazy. I would not be shocked if this item gets nerfed. I'm gonna be honest. I very much expected it to. Anyway, no more theory crafting. Good patch. I'm excited for the crash site expedition. It looks really cool. But that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. It's a bit of a long one. It was a good patch. I like most of the stuff I saw in here. Very, very cool stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more of the channel, feel free to subscribe. If you want to help me out, consider leaving a like. Helps with algorithm stuff. See ya. Oh, I will also be live later tonight if you want to come say hi and check out the patch with me. All right, see ya.